Hello everyone, welcome to H&S Automotive and thank you for taking an interest in this 2018 Ford Explorer Sport. So in this video we'll be doing a walkthrough of this vehicle. I'll point out any imperfections the vehicle has and then we'll also go over some of the major features and functions of this vehicle. Now before we get started, we would like to point out that we bought this vehicle from an insurance company. This vehicle had some damage over here on the driver's side front suspension. So the driver's side front suspension was replaced, and because of that, this fender was damaged, and then there was also a little bit of damage over here on the driver's door as well. So these two parts were also replaced. We did also replace the driver's side curtain airbag as well as the seat airbag. Actually, the entire seat was replaced because this airbag deployed, and then the driver's side curtain airbag did also deploy. Now those parts were all replaced. There's no airbag lights on, and then this vehicle does have a clear Wisconsin title, so it's not a salvage or rebuilt or anything like that. It is still a clear Wisconsin title. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, we'll get started with our walkthrough. I'll start from the front, just kind of showing you guys. I'll go panel by panel, try to cover all the imperfections. Now these are just a little bit of residue on the front bumper cover. They're not chips or anything like that. So for the most part, the front of the vehicle is in very good condition. I believe there is a little bit of a scratch right over here. And then taking a look at the hood is also in very good condition. I don't see any rock chips or dents or anything like that. Now these Explorers do have a little bit of corrosion issue over here on the front of the hood. This one isn't too bad, but as you guys can see, there is a little bit of corrosion there. Now this is an aluminum hood. It's not a steel hood or anything like that, so it's not going to rust, but there is some corrosion that takes place along the edge. All right. Just kind of moving on, taking a look at the driver's side fender. Now, like I said, this fender was replaced. Now, we did buy these, this door and the fender of the same paint coat, so there's no paint blending issues or anything like that. So, overall, the paint matches up very well. And then just kind of moving on, once again, looking for any dents or scratches. Don't see anything. On the door, oh, that's just some residue, never mind. Door is also in very good condition, and then we do have gloss black door handles on this vehicle, as well as gloss black mirrors, and then we do also have the turn signals built right into the mirrors as well. Taking a look at the rear door, once again in good condition. I don't see any imperfections there. And then moving on to the rear quarter panel, I guess there's a little bit of an imperfection right over here. Yeah, there's a small dent right here. But other than that, so right here and right here. So I see a little bit of an imperfection there. But other than that, the rear quarter is in good condition. Taking a look at the tires. Tires on this vehicle are in very good condition. Actually, this one seems like it's brand new. So we got some Goodyears on this vehicle. And then just kind of moving along, taking a look at the rear of the vehicle. This is the Explorer Sport, so we do have a 3.5 liter Twin-Turbo V6. I think it produces about 400 horsepower, so it gets up and goes very well. And then we do have the quad exhaust coming out in the rear, and then this vehicle is an all-wheel drive as well. And then we do have backup sensors. I'm sorry, backup camera on this vehicle. Moving along, taking a look at the passenger side. Starting with the quarter panel, I don't see any imperfections. Quarter panel is nice and clean. And then same goes for the passenger side front and rear doors. No issues. All right. And then here we are back on the passenger side front fender. Once again, in good condition. All right. So from here, we will take a look at the interior. So right over here, we've got the driver's door for the vehicle. Now this vehicle is equipped with power windows as well as power mirrors, power door locks as well. And then just kind of taking a peek inside. Now, like I said, this driver's seat was replaced due to the airbag being deployed. So the entire seat was replaced. And then taking a look, passenger seat is in good condition, and then we do have the panoramic roof as well, or dual sunroof. Climbing inside, we'll go ahead and start it up. So just foot on the brake, press the start button, and it fires right up. Here we are behind the steering wheel of this vehicle. So from here, I'll just kind of go over some of the interior features this vehicle is equipped with. So we do have some steering wheel mounted controls. On the right side, we have a few audio controls for the vehicle. So to increase or decrease the volume is right here. And then you can also answer and disconnect your phone right from the steering wheel as well. And then on the left side, we have the cruise control for the vehicle. So to turn it on or off is just this switch right here. And then this vehicle is also equipped with the adaptive cruise control. So this is to increase or decrease the distance you would like to keep from the vehicle in front of you. And then this is to accelerate and decelerate right there. And then we do also have a little control panel over here. I believe this just controls the screen right in the middle right there. All right, and then we got our horn in the middle. And then behind the steering wheel, we have our typical turn signal stalk, and then also doubles as headlight operation as well. So we got the high beams there, but the actual headlight switch is right over here. Awesome. And then on the other side is our wiper controls. And then just kind of taking a look at the dashboard. Nice and clean. No rips or tears or cracks or anything like that. And then in the middle over here is our infotainment screen. Very easy to navigate. So the audio controls are right over here, and then if you want to play around with the climate controls, it's right there. Now, this vehicle does have dual climate control zones, so the driver and the passenger can have their own climate control settings, and that's all controlled from right over here. And then the vehicle is equipped with a navigation system. So if you just go to settings, these are all the setting controls for this vehicle as well. So you can control the ambient lighting, the display controls, and then this vehicle is also equipped with Apple CarPlay as well. So that's all controlled right through the infotainment screen. And then right beneath it, you can also control the climate controls from the actual physical buttons as well. So the fan control is in the middle, and then the respective climate control temperatures are on either side for the driver and the passenger. Just taking a look right over here. So as you guys can see, this vehicle is also equipped with heated and cooled front seats. Very nice feature. And then right over here is extra storage for the vehicle. And then we have the cup holders, and then this vehicle does have a automatic transmission as well. And then this is your train select knob right there. And then the armrest also doubles as extra storage. Here we've got the passenger seat. So from here we will check out the rear seating area. So we've got the rear door right there, and then this, on the second row, this vehicle does have captain's chairs. So it does make it very easy to get into the third row, but if you do need to flip it down, there's just a little latch right there. This flips down, and it actually flips forward as well to open up access to the rear. So this vehicle is a 6-seater. All right. And then one other thing, the rear passengers have their own climate control zones back here as well. So we do have a 12-volt power outlet right here, USB connectors right there, and then heated seats in the rear as well. And then the rear passengers have their own temperature control and fan control back here. All right. So as you guys can tell, the vehicle is currently running, nice and smooth running engine. But from here, we'll take a closer look in the engine compartment. All right, guys. So here we are in the engine compartment for the vehicle. This is a 3.5 liter twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, made it to an automatic transmission. So from here, I'll just kind of be quiet for a second, let you guys take a listen. As you guys can tell, nice and smooth running engine, no odd noises or vibrations. So from here, we will take a look at the undercarriage. All right, guys, so as you can see, we've got this Explorer on the lift. From here, we'll go over the undercarriage of the vehicle. I'll start from the front, work my way towards the back, starting with the front passenger side suspension. So as you can see right over here, we got the CV boot. CV boot is not ripped or torn. Now, if this was ripped or torn, we would see grease all over the place and it'd just be a mess down here. But as you guys can see, nice and clean. And then the lower control arm right over here. And then the sway bar links right there as well. Everything's properly mounted and secured. And then right over here, we've got the engine and then transmission for the vehicle. No oil leaks whatsoever. It's a nice and clean looking undercarriage back down here. And then right over here, we've got the driver's side suspension. Now, like I said earlier, this is the suspension that was damaged. So we've got a brand new control arm, brand new sway bar link, brand new CV axle, and then I believe a new shock as well up there. And then also the inner and outer tie rods. So this inner and outer tie rod is also replaced. So all the suspension components on the driver's side have been replaced. Let's move this apparatus out of the way. And then, so this is kind of the rear side of the engine. We've got our exhaust running right down the middle. And then this is our engine cradle or front subframe, as you may call it. As you guys can see, no corrosion issues whatsoever. Still got the factory paint on it, nice and solid. And then right back here is our rear side of the engine. I believe this is the power steering. And then we got our front drive shaft running right there. And then right over here, we've got the rocker panels for the vehicle. So this is the driver's side. Just going to want to point out that rocker panels are nice and solid, no corrosion issues whatsoever. It's still got the factory paint on it right there. And then same goes for the passenger side as well. Nice and solid. No corrosion issues. And then right over here, we've got our brake lines and the fuel lines for the vehicle. Once again, everything's properly mounted and secured. No corrosion issues or anything like that. And then we'll just kind of make our way towards the back. So right over here, we've got the driver's side rear suspension. Once again, everything's properly mounted and secured. Springs are not broken. And then shocks are not leaking. Yeah, just kind of point it up. Right there, and then same on the passenger side as well. And then right up here we have our rear differential, since the vehicle is an all-wheel drive. So once again, nothing's leaking, no seepage or anything like that, so everything is nice and dry. And then this is our rear subframe. And then we got our quad exhaust in the rear. And then this vehicle is also equipped with a factory equipped tow hitch as well as wiring right here. So it's just got a little cover on it. So once you take the cover off, it exposes the hitch as well as the wiring. And then this is also a very good place to check out the tires. So I'll just kind of show you guys all the tires. So this is the passenger side rear. We'll make our way back towards the front. At the driver's side and passenger front. All right, guys, so that was the undercarriage portion of this 2018 Ford Explorer Sport. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, please feel free to ask and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye-bye.